I'm really excited to be having a solo exhibition at the iconic Custom House in King's Lynn. It's going to be called the Wonder Room. Wonder Room is a direct translation of the original German Wunderkammer, which is most often translated as Cabinet of Curiosities, but literally means Wonder Room. And the Custom House is a perfect size for a small solo exhibition. So I'm going to turn the whole of the downstairs of the Custom House into a Wonder Room to show my sculpture. And having the title, such an imaginative title, means that I'm not tied to any particular subject. I can just really let my imagination rip and just have a wonderful play with the work, and hopefully people will find it uplifting, amusing, enjoyable, and will go away with a smile on their faces. My work is figurative and it's sculptural. I mostly work in a material called paperclay, which is, as the name implies, its main ingredient is paper pulp. And it means that I don't have to fire it like normal clay, so I can make things of any size and any complexity. And I will be showing pieces like this, for instance, my dancing rats. I have a definite fondness for vermin of all kinds, so there will be quite a few of those around in the show. And more of my figurative pieces, like this piece, for instance, which is called Pinky. So there's going to be a range of all kinds of figurative work, from little tiny pieces to much larger pieces. There will be cat-headed women and transforming hares and all kinds of things. All sorts of things all hidden in little corners and up on shelves. I'm really hoping to be able to do the building justice and really use it to good advantage. The Custom House itself is of course a very, very important building in King's Lynn, and as a member of the Greyfriars Art Space Collective, I'm very privileged to we are sort of in temporary residence there, and it's a great privilege for all of us to be able to exhibit and display our work there. So we often get people coming in just to see the Custom House itself. They don't even necessarily know that there's an exhibition on, and that's lovely, because then that's like an added extra surprise for them to see. So I'm hoping that people will come along, will enjoy the exhibition, and will also come in and absorb the history of the wonderful Custom House itself. Well, as these events are all taking place in the autumn and going into the winter, I always think that the Fens comes into its own this time of year. I think it's kind of made for the season of mists and mellow fruitfulness, and you've got the frozen river tributaries. We have the history of fen skating, of course, which is something people might want to look up. The whole area itself, the lovely, the wide open spaces. I know it's a cliche to talk about the big skies and the wide open spaces, but it's true, and the light is something quite extraordinary, especially that early evening winter light and the incredible sunsets that we get. Obviously we also have an incredible array of bird life here. We have particular winter visitors as well as summer visitors, so if bird watching is something that people are interested in, then definitely this is an area they will want to come to. And the history itself, the buildings, the architecture. We have a lot of medieval buildings, particularly in King's Lynn. And if you come to our little museum in Downham Market, you can read all about the local history of this area. Currently we have an exhibition, we have temporary exhibitions, and the current one is about how the railway came to Downham Market and how it really shaped and changed the town. We were one of the early adopters actually, 1846 we got a railway here, and we're very proud of it and very proud that it's still running and going strong today. So there's an awful lot to see and to do here, particularly if you like outdoor pursuits. Just dress warmly, really sort of imbibe this wonderful atmosphere, the mysteriousness. It's almost like a drowned landscape, which I suppose indeed it almost has been. It has risen from the from the flooded plains of this area. We have a wonderful history, and it's a very unique landscape, I think. The closest comparison I've ever seen is someone described it as being a little bit like Kansas, but it's a lot wetter than that. And it's very atmospheric, and I absolutely adore living here, and I wouldn't want to live anywhere else.